Peace and love, y'all. Welcome back. Welcome back to season 3 of the Make Jazz Chill Again podcast. I'm your host, Melanie Charles.
And I'm your co-host, Yunie Mo, a.k.a. Yunie Mojica.
Have you guys missed us?
I missed us.
I missed us too. It's been a couple of, almost like a month or two now since our last episode, huh?
Sure has.
What's been going on with you, Yunie? What's up? How was your summer? Talk to us.
Summer was the summer of summer stage.
That's right. That's right.
Yes, it was a great summer. We had a lot of really great shows this year. We opened up with Andra Day. We had Yusef Days perform as well for Blue Note Jazz Fest, Ezra Collective. So UK really showed out.
Shout out to the UK.
Mm-hmm. Mike's Young World was amazing. We had about
I was
6,
there.
Yeah,
that was amazing. That was super fun.
Mike's Young World is my favorite. Oh, Earl Sweatshirt closed the show. We celebrated MF Doom's birthday. On his birthday, 6,000 people came out.
Wow.
I mean, that borough in particular, or that park in particular, Von King Park, was a really great run because we also had Slum Village the day before, celebrating Jay Dilla 40th, 50th.
Ooh, I wish I could have been there for that one. That one looked really cool.
That was fire.
Yeah.
That was fire. And then Common and Pete Rock did their first show announcing their new album. If you haven't checked that out yet, it's been out since July.
Oh, okay.
So
It didn't cross my radar. Uh-oh.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, it's a really good album.
Dope.
Coney Island was great. Gorilla Nems did his first Gorilla Fest, and we had Ghostface Killer, which was great.
Ooh.
I got sick and missed it with COVID. So
Damn.
COVID was running around this summer.
That's true. People was catching it. I was like, I thought we were finished with this. No.
COVID was running around this summer, which was it was more annoying than anything. It wasn't like crushing anyone's spirit.
Yes. At this point, we're used to it, but it's like, Jesus, I don't need this.
Facts. It's like, we got work to do.
We got work to do.
Charlie Parker Jazz Festival was great.
That's right. MJTA did the after party. Shout out to MJTA. That was fire.
So people came out. It was beautiful. It was free. It was right next to Tompkins Square Park. The last day of Charlie Parker Festival is always in Tompkins Square Park, which was where it originally was in its
dope.
original inception.
Oh, beautiful.
But we did 2 days in Harlem, 1 day Lower East Side.
Nice.
We had Carmen Lundy, Kurt Elling, Louis Hayes, Ekep Nkwele, Alexis Nombre, Tyreek McDowell.
Yes.
Man, Tyreek was swinging. Woo.
I heard people was like, that Tyreek kid got it. I was like, don't he though?
It was perfect for Harlem.
Yeah.
And then Angelica Biener, DJ Culture Child, she spun in between sets and really did a thoughtful set dedicated to Casey Benjamin.
Beautiful.
So it was a beautiful days and a beautiful summer.
Yeah. I mean, I can't believe we're already winding down. Like fall is on its way. Mm-hmm. I'm not ready for it, to be honest.
I am.
You ready?
Never in my life have I said, I'm ready for summer to be over.
Because then like work kind of slows down a bit. Okay, I
work
understand.
slows down a bit. We start looking at next year. And all that fun stuff.
I mean, curating is a lot because it's like the period when you're planning. Like that's like what, like a whole almost half a year, a little bit of
curating, planning, booking. A full year basically it takes.
And then the show season, so that's another couple of months. So it's probably the slowest process to get like the feeling of completion. You know what I mean?
And if you want it to be thoughtful and effective and hit all your goals, you don't want to do it fast.
Yeah, right. I guess that's nothing in this life. You want to do it fast. If you want to hit it right. Hey.
Start fast and fast is what I like to say.
Ooh, yes. I like that. That's very
fast
real.
And fast.
Yeah. Well, I guess we've been in our curation bag heavy because you also curated a really dope listening party, album release party for Zach, right? We didn't do an episode since then.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes, we did. We did. They Not Like Us. That was our last one.
They not like,
They
and
not like
now
that.
Kendrick's about to do the Super Bowl.
How do y'all feel about that? Apparently, people are mad. People are saying it should have been a
People are
local
so
musician.
mad. New Orleans is mad. I don't know if all of New Orleans is mad, but I
Maybe
understand because I understand, but also I love Kendrick, so I was happy to hear. When I first heard it, I posted it. I was like, "Yes, fire, let's go."
I think it's great. I think he's probably one of the most relevant rappers of this year because of how
Yes,
beautifully he executed, this battle. And everyone's been talking about,
yeah,
they not like us. I mean, who else? I mean, they wanted, they said they wanted Lil Wayne, right? They said they
yeah. They
wanted,
wanted. I understand why they wanted Lil Wayne. Unpopular take is I'm not necessarily the biggest Lil Wayne fan, just because I don't know, he just never resonated with me at that time in the early
yeah,
2000s.
yeah.
I don't know. I'm not saying he's not great,
I mean,
but
I feel like
he was a trendsetter.
he was a trendsetter.
He was a
Yeah,
trendsetter. I'm not gonna take that away. But for my taste
yeah.
in rap in particular, I wasn't that crazy about him.
Also, I think it's a real thing is that like you're gonna be booked if you show to have relevance and things happening. And I don't really has Lil Wayne released anything
No,
recently?
he's
I
been
don't know. Maybe I just
features.
don't
It's
know.
just features for him. And
You know what I mean?
I think he might have released something a couple years ago, but it's not this year.
You know what I mean? So it's just like you're gonna do the hits for the oldies for the people. Rihanna already gave us that last time and we loved
Right.
it. We
And
loved it.
arguably, Rihanna hasn't come out with anything since Auntie.
You
So,
know what I mean? You know?
so, but she's hits on hits on hits on hits on
She
hits.
has hits, and
And
we
we're
loved
waiting
it.
for
We're
it.
waiting. We're waiting. But Twitter said we could keep waiting. Twitter said she is not doing more music.
I'm still hoping for it, but I'm not gonna hold my breath.
I mean, she's clearly in her bag trying to make money. I don't know. Those of you who listen to us, I don't know if you know by now, but I do like indulging in like black gossip, black Twitter, black
Yeah,
commentary.
Black Twitter. Yes, there was somebody retweeted what Beyonce said about putting out visuals for her record, the Renaissance record.
Oh yeah, she said she didn't like it, right? That's why she didn't put it out.
want to put out visuals because she wanted the vocals to speak for itself and that it'll come later. I'm like, girl, at this point, we're not expecting you to put out visuals for Renaissance. We wanted them,
Yeah.
but we experienced all the visuals from that. That tour was
I
was
mean,
the best concert I've seen in my life.
the culture created the visuals. You know what I mean? Oh, that's right, because you did get to go see that,
It
right?
was so good.
I mean, the people say she's trying to sell us alcohol and country music, and all they want is the Renaissance visuals. That's what the people say. The people
That's
said
what
they don't want the hair care. They don't want the hair care.
I honestly, I don't. I haven't tried the hair care either. It's too expensive,
Yeah, it's
for me.
very expensive. It's very
and
expensive.
I don't know if I want to try the Fenty hair care either.
I'm not really interested in any Fenty things. I love what Fenty has done for Rihanna and her, her like financial
Her-
standing as a human. Like she rich, good rich. She
I
real
love
rich.
Fenty makeup.
I love that for her.
I love
You like
Fenty
the makeup?
I love the lip gloss. I love the eyeshadow, and yeah, those are my things. I tried the fragrance. I have the fragrance. It's a little too musky for me, for my
Okay.
taste. I do like things a little bit sweeter, on the
Okay.
sweeter side.
Okay. I'll check out the perfume because I do like musk. I don't like her makeup though. It's a little drying for me.
Oh, I'll let you just have my
Um,
bottle.
Okay.
You
Thank
have my fancy
you.
bottle.
Thank you. How sweet. That's how we do. We be sharing and shit.
Yeah,
sometimes.
just try it because I don't wear it like that. I don't wear it that much, so
Nice.
you
Thank
can have
you.
it.
Thank you.
I don't want it to go to waste. That is expensive.
It's expensive. I feel like nowadays, well, everything's very expensive.
Everything's pricey.
I was watching the news today, and there's these riots happening in Chicago. People are really upset about all of the immigrants that are coming in and taking the resources away from a city that already has low resources. And I was watching a debate yesterday. And did you watch it last night?
No, I didn't. I didn't want to. I already know where I stand. I know I'm voting for Kamala. Period. That's it. I know. I didn't want to get anxiety. I didn't want to get stressed out over Trump's antics. I'm just like, I don't.
I I watched it to see the tea, like to see, like to be the first to see what were the
To
crazy
see what was
moments,
the crazy yeah. I was like, I'm gonna see the clips all over Twitter
Right,
and Instagram. So
right. But it was
damn it.
interesting to hear what are the topics that they're paying attention to, at least. And I really appreciate that they talked about the cost of living, food, wage, like groceries, like things are very expensive right now. It's kind of
Yes.
creepy. And I'm like, how are we going to be able to survive this in the long
No, we can
run?
barely even buy a home. Our generation can barely buy a home. They're
We can't
telling
buy
us
a
to
home.
rent now because it's not smart to buy.
There's no jobs. For the first time, I feel like being a musician is a little bit more stable than working 9 to 5s because ain't no jobs. The AI is doing all the jobs, so they don't need
Mm-hmm.
you. Now, given the AI is doing a lot of
Right.
music things, but there's still like need for live music for entertain, for
Right.
that stuff. Like
The live
there's
aspect,
the
for
live
sure.
aspect is still thriving. Maybe a little too much. I'm a little too booked. Well, now, if you hear this, I'm not saying don't call me for the gig, but
Don't settle.
don't no 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 no. No,
Then you'll be like, damn, what I
I can
said.
get
Now
no
my phone ain't
job.
ringing.
Ho. Let's edit that out now. No, but we can create opportunities. But if you went to school for like accounting, or I mean, I guess apparently accounting, there's like really a lot of jobs in
What
there.
about
But
these tech jobs too?
child, I
I don't
really
know.
don't know.
I remember the early pandemic. Before the pandemic, it was all these starter companies and tech jobs
Yes.
that were emerging, and lots of people were working in that field, especially young folks. And I'm curious as to, I think a lot of those companies may have shut down. Or
Yeah, I saw some think pieces that have said that was just like the beginnings was looking to be very promising, but the people who are working those jobs, especially people who are relocated for those positions,
mm,
are like suffering, and are struggling.
yeah,
So it's a lot of smoke and mirrors, it looks like, and that's why everyone's an influencer now. Everybody on TikTok. Everybody going to TikTok
mm.
because
Everyone-
everybody on TikTok. No, but because that seems like that's like another job
no,
now.
yeah, people are like, I want to be an influencer when I grow up. Like,
You know, basically what they're saying is they want to make money.
yeah, we want to make money.
Just doing silly things. So I don't know when it comes to
Yeah, and when I have an understanding of why, like you said, because you make money doing quote unquote fun things.
yeah.
But then it leaves these spaces and holes for like actual jobs that contribute to society too. So there's that take as well.
You're saying that there's a hole in people working those jobs?
There might be. I don't know if that's a fact. I'm not saying it's a fact, but that's where my brain goes in terms of saying like people that just want. There's more influencers than workers.
I mean, I'm seeing that the issue is that
Is
there
that a
aren't
thing?
jobs, which is why people are seeking influencing. I'm hearing that
Or
people
the jobs that do require work are paying less,
are
considerable amount
right.
less
They're paying
to
less.
like TikTok, OnlyFans, and internet sensations and influencing that.
Right. I mean, the other thing that people are talking about the newer generation is that they don't want to work. They're saying that they don't want to overwork and overexert. And there's levels to this because I feel like our generation has definitely been a generation of kill ourselves. Like, yeah, pay your dues, do what you got to do. We got to work, burn the midnight oil. Like, that's definitely
Pay
what
your
we've been
dues.
taught,
Yeah.
in every way, from music to whatever other types of jobs that you're doing if you're of our generation. But the younger generation is like we're not working harder, we're not doing
We're
that.
gonna work smarter.
We're gonna work smarter. I don't know if they're saying they're working smarter. I don't know about they because
think
they don't seem that smart to me all the time. I know, but they definitely not working hard. Okay. And so that also has been influencing the morale, generally speaking. I mean, people they locking up the lip gloss at the Rite Aid. You can't even go get your lip gloss at the Rite Aid.
Deodorant and lip gloss is locked up. Makeup locked.
I'm like, is it that serious about this lip gloss? People are stealing lip glosses like that
Well, yeah.
by the
well,
droves.
that's New York City though.
That's New York City
That's New York
and
City
LA
and
and the
LA.
Bay. You know,
Because people
so
come in and steal it. That's why. That's why they're
people are
doing
going to
that.
Slee and they're reselling it on Amazon or on the street corner. They're selling it everywhere. So, but you know,
Not
all
bootlegging Maybelline.
like, are you serious? I mean, what? I saw this
Maybe it's
lady in
the
LA. I went to LA a few weeks ago to do this gig with Jazz is Dead. They did a tribute.
Yes. How did that go?
It was beautiful, Yunie, to hang out with the Mizell brothers, with Larry Mizell. He was celebrating, I believe it was his 80th birthday, and the man looked good, child. And he was so chill and was hanging out with us in the rehearsal as we were going through the stuff with Gary Bartz. So basically,
Bartz.
Gary Bartz is my friend. Like, we're basically besties. Shout out to
Also,
Gary
he wants
Bartz
to be
if
on the
you're
podcast
listening.
now.
You already know he's about to be on the podcast because he was spilling a lot of tea. We got into a
I
lot
love
of
him.
tea.
I love him. One of
He
my
said-
favorite. Like, there's three for me. There's Jackie McLean, Charlie Parker, and Gary
Gary
Bartz.
Bartz.
Those are my three alto, and of course Cannonball. The Cannonball, but
I love
my sound is
Cannonball.
more towards that.
Gary is very trill, and he still got it. Okay, he still got it. And he looked to me. He said, "Do you know who Sexy Red is?" I said, "Gary, what you know about Sexy Red?"
What? Gary Bartz knows a sexy red. No, he didn't say. He said, "Do you know?"
Do you know?
sexy
He asked me if I
What did he
knew because
say
he said,
about-
"I know." Do you know? That's what he said. And I was like, "Gary, what you know about the Sexy Red?" And he was like, "Well, I know that she named her lip gloss Booty Hole Brown." I'm like, "Gary, how do you know about these things?" You know, and we were laughing, and he said that his grandkids, you know, they'd be talking about it and stuff. But I say that to say that he's always been hip. He's always been tapped in.
Bow, 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 bow.
He knows all about it.
He trying to say current. That's
He's so hip. And he played for me. I got a sneak peek on our Uber ride home from rehearsal. He played tracks from his new album, and I'm like, see, that's why he knows the things, because it reflected in his music. The album is
we're all
popping.
The Trill folks are all influenced by him.
Yeah, we are.
You know,
We are.
U2 Troop and all the
Yeah.
stuff he did with Andy Bay. And
You know, he's like so many samples, so many Gary Bartz. So basically, that
he played
concert.
with Phyllis Hyman. I want to ask him about that.
I want to ask him about that too. I want to ask him about that too. And you know, we were talking about how, you know, he plays with his band, and you know, they're in their flow. And this specific gig that he and I were being brought in to do was a band that was organized for us. Well, it was a band that already existed. Actually, they're called the Catalyst Collective. Shout out to the Cats. I love them. They're amazing. A LA-based band that I've been knowing about for years and been following them. And so when they hit me up, I was like, yes, I love this band. But, you know, Gary had never played with them before, and neither have I. And he was like, oh, I always get, you know, a little bit, you know, anxious when I play with my cats. And I'm like, wow, like, Gary, you feel that way? Because in my mind, I'm thinking he Gary Bartz. It don't matter who he playing with.
Exactly.
He gonna cook. He not even worried about it. And he's like, no. He was like, my guys know what I like. I feel good with my guys. So it was really nice to hear him say that. It kind of made me feel not as like, you know, crazy for always feeling a little anxious when entering into a new space musically with new musicians. But the band was so awesome and supportive, and the Jazz is Dead organizers were. But you know, Yunie, this was my first flute gig, like just flute, no singing, and I was scared. I'm not gonna lie, my knees were shaking the whole concert. I did the best that I can do, but I tell you one thing, I am so ready to get back in the shed, because there were so many things that I wish I could do that I couldn't do them as quickly as I wanted. You know, it was
That never
very
goes away.
humbling.
But yeah,
It's very humbling, Yunie. Like,
man, I still be feeling like that all
girl.
the time.
I mean, so I'm reading the notebooks of Sonny Rollins right now. It was a request by my mentor, my forever mentor, Reggie Workman.
Reggie.
Yeah, he told me to read it, almost as if he knew. In the first few pages, Sonny Rollins was like, bruh, he took 2 years, like 2 years off. I'm still reading, so I'm still trying to figure out how long it was exactly.
Yes.
He disappeared, and he just went into the shed. He was like, there's things that I want to do he was like, I know the level of excellence he had already accomplished so much, and he was like, I have more to do. So I'm in my Sonny Rollins disappear into
Mm,
black mode right now. I'm
that's
very
great.
excited about that.
There's
Yeah.
books here that I haven't got to reading yet.
Yeah, what you think, what you eyeballing
I
nowadays
know,
to
literally,
read?
as the bookshelf is right behind me.
It is.
Okay.
It is.
Well, this
Yeah.
book is really dark. I haven't read it yet, and it explains a lot of the reasons why black folks and black women in particular do not trust the medical field in this country. This explains all of that.
Medical apartheid.
Medical apartheid. The Dark History of Medical Experimentation on Black Americans from Colonial Times to the Present by Harriet A. Washington.
Ooh.
I need to read this, but it's
when
like
did this come out?
this. Is it New York Times bestseller? I think.
Okay, so this is recent. Good. So it's like has like current stats.
Is it a bestseller? I don't know. There's a quote from New York Times on the outside. It looks copyright 2006.
Okay. Okay. 06. That'd be very interesting to know what was going on. In 06, what were they talking about already at that time? Because now I feel like it's gotten even worse.
Like I said, I haven't gotten into it. I haven't gotten into it yet. It's definitely depressing.
That's a potent read.
Very potent read.
But it's good. We got is that the Bluest Eye I see over there too? That blue book?
This one?
Yeah.
What is this?
What is that?
Chasing the Scream.
Oh, okay.
The first and last days of the war on drugs.
Ooh, y'all got some. What y'all doing in this house? I'm scared.
And
what else has been?
Capitalism and slavery. Like we got,
Y'all got some
pro
serious
black books.
Yeah, very pro black. I love that though.
But this one's a little lighter. Okay, this one's lighter.
What is that?
Do remember it's the golden era of New York City hip hop mixtapes.
That's cool. Oh, that's very cool.
That's fire. These are all Chris's books,
Right.
which I need to get into.
Yeah, reading is so good. I feel like when we were in school, we always had assigned reading, and then after you graduate and some time goes, if you're not really interested in literature, you don't really read anymore.
Yes.
But
I have read these though.
Notes and Tones, musician
By Arthur Taylor.
Okay.
Musician to musician interviews.
Okay, we should
So-
do a little reading list. I know we kind of mention that every
know.
time,
Yes.
and we don't. Let me take notes.
This is great. This is the original one, and then this is the re-release. This one was actually signed by Arthur Taylor.
Oh,
Yeah,
nice.
this is Randy Weston, interviews with Randy Weston, Max Roach, Philly Joe Jones, Don Bias, Betty Carter, Hazel Scott.
Hazel Scott.
It's a good one.
All right.
So it's like before
some goodies.
podcast before podcast.
I love it. So you guys are watching us now as well as listening to us. Are you enjoying that? Are you enjoying seeing our face? I'm like, we need to enter into the YouTube space, the YouTube world. So we
Yeah.
trying to get our production value up. I hope you like seeing our cute faces or whatever. Okay.
I got some good feedback about our pod the other day.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's there's no other jazz podcast that's just really is about everyday life, our perspective, our musician perspective, our professional perspectives, and just talking about what's happening right now.
Yeah.
And there's not any other. There's a lot of podcasts about music.
Yes.
But we're talking about culture. And
Yeah.
From our perspective.
Yeah, I tried to research and find some other stuff, and I haven't really seen anything in this lens. So, who are some guests that you guys want to see? We already kind of sneak announced that we recorded an episode with Corinne Billy Ray. We're dropping that this month. We're really excited about that. Our episode that we recorded was Zacchaeus Paul. We're going to drop that as well this month. But who else y'all want to see? Comment in the comments. Yeah, hit us up on the Instagram. So yeah, it's a little segue. But okay, another thing that's been going on is I am growing as a baby DJ.
Yay! You're a
Yay!
public record.
Yes, I was at Public Records. Last week I was DJing for the album release of an artist by the name of Lolise. She's amazing.
Ooh.
Actually, hold on, I want to show you her vinyl.
Yes. Oh man, yes. I hope that went well, Mel.
It
That
went
rhymed.
It went really good. I realized that I think I'm obsessed with DJing. I love it so much. I don't do all the tricks and stuff. I'm still very much focused on smooth transitions, keeping the beat going, you know what I mean? Getting the people moving, but slowly but surely I'm about to get really in my bag. I'm gonna get my two favorite DJs, DJ Ooh Child and Pudge, to help me out so I could get my chops up. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
You know?
Hey.
But
Pew,
yeah,
pew,
shout
and
out
then you
to
can hit that pew pew pew.
Pew, pew, pew.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Yes,
That's
it's
her
so
album
lovely.
Ooh.
Yes, and the music is so good. This was the first time that I got to see her live, and I'm a fan. So shout out to Lolise. Thank you for inviting me to DJ for you, girl. I'll DJ for you anytime, any day.
Ooh, I love it.
Yeah.
Let's go.
And then afterwards, we had an after party at the spot called Filthy Diamond that my homegirl Erin Boyd opened up. It's a dope bar. If you're in Bushwick, make sure you go to
I
Filthy
think
Diamond.
Patty had something there the other day.
You think so? It's possible. It's possible. She's been doing a lot more live performances there. It's a fun bar. It's like my local watering hole because it's right down the street from my house. Quiet as skip. So
Let me find out. I gotta do something on my birthday.
yeah, let's do it there. Yeah. Okay, Aaron, we're about to hit you up, girl.
Yeah, girl. I'm
you
hitting the big
mentioned-
3-7 this year.
Oh my God, Yunie. How do you feel?
I don't want to be 37.
I know. Like 33 was cute, 35 was sexy.
35 was
But-
yes, 36 is yes, but now I'm saying 30. This is the first time I'm like 37.
I know, because it's like 40 is right there.
Yeah.
I'm trying to be positive about it. I mean, you don't look like nobody's 36, okay? You look 30, okay?
Thank
You look 29, so that's fine. But it's just like time is
Yeah.
just going so fast.
It's the time. Yeah, time's going fast, and then see all these people passing away.
Yeah.
I think at early ages right now. It's weird.
Yeah, we lost a lot of people. We just lost recently Sergio Mendes.
Mm-hmm.
May he rest in peace. That's another person that was really sampled a lot.
Yeah.
James L. Jones passed away.
Daniel Jones, Fat Man Scoop, passed away.
And
Pat Beverly.
who?
Pat Beverly from Maze.
Oh,
Whoa,
that's right.
whoa, you make me happy. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Rest in peace.
And a couple of musicians passed away a month ago. I didn't know them very well, but there were a few people in the community that have been lamenting of losses of musicians in the scene. So, guys, we gotta treat every day like it's the last. I know I'm always the first one to be huffing and puffing about the things that we have to do in this life, but lately I've been trying to think of it more like, an opportunity to do these things as opposed to a burden. Oh, I get to do this beautiful work for the community, for my life, for my friends, for my family. Eating healthy, y'all. We gotta be better. Living the musician lifestyle.
Movement. Man, I just started going back to the gym.
You looking good, girl.
Thanks. I'm putting a lot of work. And I do a lot of classes as well as
Nice.
have a personal trainer. It is expensive. But in the classes that I've been doing, there's a woman in there that's like 75. And
She probably kicking all of your
she's
asses.
kicking ass. She looks amazing, and she's like, I've been moving all my life, and it's what keeps me young, and it's what keeps me healthy. So,
Yeah, an intentional movement, because I know we're probably like, well, I go up and down the stairs, I do the gig, I stand on my feet. Intentional
you
movement
have
is what
to
we're talking about.
exercise. Really, we really do.
We have to eat healthy. The drinking every night after the gig, we can't be doing that, y'all. We can have a drink here and there. No one's saying live like a nun, But like this stuff really does add up in ways that we don't realize
It's
until it's
poison.
too late. You know? And that's why there's certain cats that are achieving certain things and doing things because they wake up in the morning.
They wake up.
They wake up.
They wake up early.
They wake up early. But if you're turning up every night at the hang,
Can't do it.
half of y'all, damn near half of us don't even have the gig. We're just going to hang out and drinking.
See
We
what
didn't even do
happens
nothing.
when the less you stay out late, the longer you live.
The longer you live, the better quality of life you have.
Yeah.
The more human you are. Instead of just being a caveman, you only go out into the night, late at night, into the caves of the
Yeah.
jazz clubs, and you disappear before sunup. Like, you know,
No, for
this
real.
is not a way to live. You know. So I hope I'm not being a cold glass of water,
Well,
ruining the party. But come on,
listen,
y'all,
we need to
something's
stay
gotta
hydrated
give.
now. You could be a cold glass of water today.
like that,
Hydration is
Yunie.
key.
Actually.
Yes. Water break.
Water break. So yeah, that's that about that. You mentioned Andra Day. Did you see her movie,
Oh,
The Deliverance?
no, I heard that was terrible.
I loved it. I thought it was
Really?
great.
I heard
Yes.
someone, Antoinette
Montague.
Montague, her podcast, Around the Way
Shout out
Codes,
to
which
Antoinette
I love.
Montague.
Her and Shanti are hilarious. And they they talked about it on their podcast. And they posted, it says, we need deliverance
From The Deliverance.
from the deliverance.
It was crazy, but I liked how ridiculous it was. Like, I love things that are
Okay.
ridiculous,
Now I
like
gotta watch it.
Tyler Perry stuff. I be liking them sometimes.
Was that a
'cause I'm
Tyler Perry movie?
No, it was Lee Daniels, his pal, I guess.
Oh, God.
I mean, there was some crazy scenes that were so crazy it was funny. But Andra Day, I think she's a good actress.
She's
though.
in there? Okay, I have to watch
Yeah,
it.
she was a lead.
I gotta
She's
see what the tea is.
I
'Cause
would love-
I heard that it was like inaccuracies, a lot of tropes, a lot of stereotypes.
yes, definitely all those things.
Oh, okay.
He kind of changed because it was based off a true story, but he changed a few key details. But even the details that he changed is a lot. It's just funny. I don't know. I think if people just look at it like comedically, it's like
Comedically, it doesn't look like a comedy though.
it's definitely a horror. It's definitely
It's
not
a horror.
comedy.
Okay,
Yeah, it's
now I
like-
really gotta.
and I
you
like
know what
black
I saw?
horrors.
I saw Long Legs.
Oh, where's that? What's that?
It was in movie theaters. I think you can rent it now. But it was very demonic.
Yeah.
We watched a lot of horror movies in this.
Who's
house.
Who's it starring?
Nicolas Cage plays the serial killer, and it's one of those serial killer. It kind of reminded me of Silence of the Lambs a little bit.
Ooh, I like that. So it's kind of like quirky.
kind of dark like that in that way, where there's an
Nice.
FBI agent and she's looking for the serial killer. Da da da.
Ooh,
da.
okay.
And it takes turns that you're like, ooh, I'm praying right now, Jesus, in the name of
Ooh.
Jesus.
I like it. I'm loving it already. Okay, great. I
So
love
it's
dark.
definitely like in that zone of like, have you seen Hereditary?
Mm-mm.
That's another one that you gotta pray after you watch that.
Do you get nightmares?
Yes, sometimes I do, but
Oh, yeah?
I watch a lot of horror movies. Yeah,
I like
them.
horrors. I like the
them
thrill.
too.
I used to be obsessed with like Saw. Like I've seen all the Saws. I think we mentioned that before. On here.
Yeah,
Um.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
I like
Yeah,
scary
yeah.
things.
you gotta watch Kill Count.
Kill Count.
Kill Count on YouTube if you like scary movies.
Not me taking notes. Like watch
Yes,
Kill
he goes
Count.
through like all of the like Chucky's, and he goes through all of like so many horror movies, and it's super entertaining. And especially if like you haven't watched, like he goes through all the Candymans too, and like
Okay.
counts all the kills, but then like goes through all the behind the scenes stuff and kind of explains things.
Oh,
if you
so
have
it's
questions.
so it's literally a documentary.
Kind of, it's more entertainment
Okay.
too. It's great.
Right
Kill
up my
Count.
alley.
YouTube.
Thank you.
Boom.
We'll definitely tap into
Love
that.
it. Yeah, there's a new episode every Friday.
What else? What else is cooking?
So I was scrolling, and I think I DM'd you this. A friend of mine posted saying like, this is all for the ladies, so my lady musicians. And I was asking the question, do you usually have an issue with sound engineers on the gig at sound checks? And she then proceeded to tell the story where, they were sound checking, they were asking for specific mic stands, like a boom stand, and there was a bunch back there, and he was like, no, we don't have any.
Yeah.
And just then the sound check just proceeded to get worse and worse and not being treated properly. So I thought that was an interesting topic, because I've definitely experienced, and together you and I have experienced,
yes, we have,
unpleasant sound checks.
Yep.
And I've seen it happen. I've witnessed it, and there's this weird discoursed relationship between sound engineers and musicians.
Yeah.
In general,
specifically female musicians.
Female musicians too. Yeah.
I mean, I've done gigs where they treat me one way when, like, let's say if I go in before the rest of the guys, and then when the guys come in, they totally change up how they treat me. Or, they act like I'm dumb, and then after the set, they want to kiss my ass and be all up my face.
Yeah, after you're done, like, oh, that was amazing.
Oh my God, man, I'm so sometimes they even apologize, because they know they be nasty. They know they be doing wrong. So it is definitely a huge issue, and a lot of women go through it. And I hate to like make it a race thing, but I dare say even probably the black girls probably go through it the worst of all the girls.
Yes. Yes.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Shout out to my homegirl Amma Watt. She's tweeted about that. And Nate Smith. Shout out to Nate Smith. Incredible drummer, incredible producer, musician, all that. I'm working on something. We're working on something, by the way, so be on standby for that. But he even acknowledges how he's seen how women have been treated, and I really appreciated him like raising that point, because if the men are noticing that, you know what I mean, in the band, then it's got to be bad.
Yeah.
So the thing is, there's no regulation for sound people. There's no like sound people's union or school. Is there?
Yeah, it's called Local 1. It's a union. There's a whole union.
But you don't have to be part of the union to work all sound gigs, and not all sound gigs hire a union, right?
Correct.
So a lot of cats are working sound at these jobs. It's just a side hustle. They barely know they barely know the equipment.
Yeah,
that's what I mean.
There's some spaces where like they just don't know anything at all.
They don't know anything at all.
And a private company is either coming in, or it's just like a small venue, and then that isn't owned by any other entity.
But even
an institution.
But even venues that are union venues and have union sound people, they be nasty too.
Yes.
They don't want to do the work.
That. No, I was just saying there is a
there is a union, right,
and
right,
that union is insane.
Yes, but I'm like, what are unions really doing?
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Which also makes me point to the musicians union that it's very broken.
It's very broken. It's very broken. I mean, it goes down to like, these are old institutions that were an answer to a problem at a time, and it just kept going, and it's just doing the thing. But the landscape has changed,
totally,
and there are new issues that need to be zeroed in on, and like that to me is the issue. I'm part of the local 802. I'm part of the damn. The people who pay me for theater stuff.
I know exactly what you're talking about. The Actors Guild? Not the Actors Guild.
AFTRA, all of that. I'm getting, but it's just like, what are y'all really doing? What are you really doing? I feel like I always bring up Rashawn Roland Kirk, because he was trying to put together something like that was really for the people, by the people, and he tried, he passed away, and it kind of fizzled out. So we talk about legislation, we talk about things that we want to see change, but who really got the energy and the time to do the work? So
Yeah, there's so many things in this
There's
industry
so
that are
many
just
things.
uneven, not addressed. People can't come together, and the ones that are at the top are just letting it happen. It's just kind of where we
And
are.
venue owners just care about the
Well, yeah,
the
and then
bottom dollar.
then you talk about venue owners, then you're also talking about Live Nation, and that's a whole can of worms as well.
It's all kind of worms. So
Who
I
owns
think
what?
who owns what, right? I think that like it's our jobs who musicians who have a voice that are playing at venues that are in communication with venue owners and stuff to really speak on what musicians need to do our job, even if it's just one venue that you go to that every little bit helps, in the meantime, as the system is broken, like one interaction can make a difference. So right now actually MJTA is building a collaboration with Cafe Urzuli in Brooklyn. And we're really excited about that. Shout out to Mark. He is one of those venue owners who get it. And it's like, what do you guys
Yes,
need?
we need more independent venue owners.
You know what I mean? Like, let's start there.
Mm-hmm.
And let's start showing what it looks like when there's intention, when there's consideration, when the ethics are being addressed. We gotta bring Raynell back. We gotta bring Raynell back because she Dr. Raynell now.
She's officially Dr. Raynell Frazier. Congratulations, Raynell. We're very proud of you. Now we gotta have another talk.
Yeah, like what, where, because that conversation really, like, I loved that conversation. Just like it never occurred to me that there are people specifically in these roles in these spaces that their main job is to make sure that things are running ethically.
Mm-hmm.
But half the time it don't. So what are we doing?
And how do we do it? What
and
are we doing?
And how do we do it?
How do we do the thing that we're trying to do?
Yeah, how do we do the thing that we're trying to do?
New music.
New music. What's been out? That I was
what
like,
have you been? It doesn't have to be new music, but what have you been?
Honestly,
anything you want to be pinning?
Don't judge me, but I've still been on the Megan.
No, yeah.
I've still been on the Megan Thee Stallion.
Yeah.
I love the album so much. It's
I haven't peeped. You mean Cobra? Wait, what is it called?
What's the name of the Megan Thee Stallion? I think it's self-titled. Isn't it self-titled, her album?
I don't know. But I know she had a song called Cobra on there, so I was assuming that was the
Is it on there? I
album.
feel like that's on the last album.
I love
Maybe
how
I'm
she
wrong.
loves anime.
I love how she loves
Love how
anime.
she loves anime.
I love her her
visuals.
collab with the Japanese artist.
Okay,
And so yeah. Stop.
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 It's
It's a
good. That
good.
song was
It's a
stuck in my head for like 2 weeks.
good. Me too. It's a good thing.
Yes.
And yeah, I always go back to my oldies. But what have you been listening to?
I actually was checking out Emmanuel Wilkins' new single that he released, and he's about to release an album called Blues Blood.
Ooh.
And the song that he released is called Afterlife Residence Time.
Okay.
It's really good. He's got a vocalist on there. It was long, but jazz songs are long. Duh.
Okay.
So it was like
Right.
8 to 10 minutes long, but I
Oh,
felt
wow.
like it felt like a movement. There was one point I'm like, wait, is this a new song? Wait, no,
It was like a
it's not.
sweet,
So it had like a little sweet vibe.
I love that. I'm about that life. I love me
Yes.
a long thing. You just put it on and just vibe out.
Yes. But, I have the personnel on there. What? Oh, yes. So that track had Cecile McLaurin Savant,
Oh, nice.
Yao Agiman, June McDoon,
Oh,
and Ganavia Doraiswamy. And they're all on vocals. I was like, there's multiple vocalists on there.
wow.
And then Marvin Souls on guitar, Micah Thomas on piano, Rick Rosado on bass, and Kweku Sombrius on drums.
Oh, nice. That's a beautiful collection of musicians.
Yeah,
Ooh.
it's really good, and it's very like vibey, not structurally heavy. But,
Okay.
Emmanuel is just ripping on it, but it's not too much alto going on. It's more of like a movement and sounds that are happening. So I really liked it. I was like,
What's the
whoa.
song called?
Afterlife Residence Time.
All right, y'all, check that out. You heard it here.
And then our girl Nicole Warren just dropped a single as well called Eastern Parkway.
Oh, yes. Come on, Eastern
And
Parkway.
it's got Caribbean vibes in there.
Nice.
It's really good. It's
Nice.
really good.
I saw Nakara perform, like I think a month or two ago, in Brooklyn, and I love hearing her and experiencing her shows. Like, the New York energy just flows through them vibes, and it's like, so she be like rapping on. She be rapping in the shows.
Yes,
But she be
does.
rapping on the vibes too. She do. She be rapping on the vibes.
They're like non-jazz vibes. There's two things. Like I just checked out this new R&B artist. His name is Elmine.
Okay.
And he's got a song called Light Work. He went viral from covering on a D'Angelo song. So he's definitely on that. He has a really soulful voice. And that song is called Light Work.
Okay,
and then
fire.
Hip hop, I was checking out Larry June. He released something with The Alchemist. My favorite song on that is Imported Couches.
Imported couches.
Imported Couches.
Okay, imported couches.
I got some music for y'all.
All right. Well, I guess you gotta do a list of the songs too, Yunie. We have let's try to do that in our when we upload.
Yes.
So that people can tap in.
Tap. Click.
Imported couches. Nice. Okay, new music. Well, talking about new music, my homegirl Satara Troutman is coming to New York next month, and we're going to be hosting a listening party / live podcast.
Pew, pew,
Yes,
pew, pew, pew.
that's going to be Sunday, October 13th.
Yes.
Yes, I believe that's the correct date, but we'll put it down in the description and you'll know. So Tara's dope. She comes from musical royalty. She's a dope bass player. She actually hooked me up with India Ari. She put India Ari onto me, and India Ari blessed me a few years ago. She was doing these spotlights on artists. So yes. So it's like a full circle moment. I'm really excited to be connecting her with our MJTA family. Yeah. So we got some things in the works. We're doing Hudson Jazz Fest. The MJTA squad is going to be pulling up all together. Do you have that date at the top of your head, Yunie?
September 28th.
September 28th. Okay, look at she professional. Look at how. Okay, yes.
It's the day before my birthday. That's why I remember.
So we're gonna be celebrating in Hudson. Yes. So all local musicians come through. It's going to be a Trill Mega Jam format. You already know how we do. We're going to be vibing. We're going to have DJ Child on the ones and twos holding it down. It's going to be the All-Stars with Yunie and Jonathan Michelle and Zach and me. And Jerome. It's Jerome Jennings on drums.
Jerome
who
Jennings
is the newest member of the MJTA All-Stars. Also Isaiah. Shout out to Isaiah Collier. He's also part of the All-Stars now too.
Yeah, no, he really is. He killed it. I was so happy.
That was really fun.
Happy.
And the Bate hanging out with us.
Or Kenyatta Beasley.
Kenyatta. Oh my God, not Nabate. No, wrong trumpet. Sorry, Kenyatta, if you hear this. Sorry,
Kenyatta Beasley.
Sorry, my brother.
That was
Shout out to Kenyatta. That was nice. And this young boy came up to me and gave me a $2 bill. If you're listening to this, thank you for my $2 bill. And he was like, "Can I go up and play?" I was like, "You don't need to give me a $2 bill."
Wait,
to
a
go
rare
up and play.
$2 bill? Because $2
Yes.
bills don't exist anymore. What?
He was like, here's his $2 bill. And like, I just took it and like folded it. Cause I don't, these things
could
don't have
say
value
that.
to me, but cause I don't know any better.
You could probably get more than $2 for that $2 bill.
Well then, all right. Well, thank you, young man, who
But you
gave
know
me the
what?
$2 bill. I appreciate you.
I think I have a $2 bill too.
Really? Let me look. I'll look up. I'll research like what exactly could
No,
happen
no,
with
I
if I
have-
hold on to this.
I have 50 pesos from Mexico.
Okay, that's the whole. It probably equals $2.
It probably
It's horrible.
You just throw shade on
No,
Mexican
no,
dollars?
it's a global economy sucks. It's a global issue, is what I'm saying. Shout out to Mexico. I love Mexico.
Yo, this episode's been fun.
It has been fun. It's been very chill.
We're
We're back for sure. So yeah, thank you guys for being the best listeners, the best people. Make sure you follow our Instagram page, Make Jazz Chill Again Official, to be in the loop for all the things that we have coming out. We're working on getting our episodes to be more consistent, but as you know, Yunie and I are musicians and curators, and Yunie running things, and we doing things, so bear with us. But thank you so much
and
for
making
all of
music
you
at
all,
the same time.
and making music at the same time, and trying to go to the gym, so
trying to go to the gym, keeping our lives together.
you know,
So potting is part of the plan.
it's part of the plan. We're trying, and we're gonna get there. But thank you so much, y'all. So I think this is our time to do our sign off. You already know what it is. You can start it off, Yunie.
Remember, whatever you do,
Remember to make jazz trill again.